Hey guys, it's Chris Lynton here from Tribefit. I've got a very, very special guest with me today, Josh Cavallo. I hopefully pronounced that right, buddy.
Yeah, Cavallo, that's right.
Cavallo. I got it wrong. Before we started recording, I actually asked how to pronounce it, and I got it wrong a second later. All good. Whereabouts in Australia are you based, Josh? For everyone that's watching and doesn't know your story.
I'm in Brisbane.
Beautiful. And how's the weather in sunny Brisbane today?
It's pretty hot today. Yeah, nice sunny, sort of hot weather.
Fantastic. And for anyone that's watching this that doesn't know too much about the locations of cities in Australia, Brisbane's a little bit further north than where I am. I'm in Sydney, and Brisbane's a beautiful place, generally pretty warm, and a fantastic place if you ever come to Australia. Anyways, getting straight into it. Like I said, guys, we've got an awesome special guest with us today. Josh, I appreciate your time. In terms of anyone that's jumping in, watching this interview, could you maybe give us a little bit of a small background about your past and I guess where you've gotten to and where you're at the moment?
Yeah, no worries. Probably, I think around about 8 months ago, I was starting to do some online training.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit of a generalist. I was doing a little bit of contest prep and just sort of helping, I guess, a lot of women at the time with just sort of general weight loss type stuff, with a few men as well. And so I kind of got to the point where I started to realise, I needed to sort of find a bit of a niche and sort of narrow down a bit, have a focus point. So I started to try and work that out, which areas I was sort of, the strongest, I guess. So I kind of started niching out, I guess you could say. It's a little bit of a health fitness type niche. I've had a lot of problems with digestion over the years and gut health. So I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis about 5 years ago. And fitness and a health sort of lifestyle was what kind of managed things for me really well.
Yep.
So then I found that it's something that I've been able to kind of bring to my clients as well, and give some some tips here and there with different supplements I've used to help, and the way fitness has helped me with my digestive issues. So I guess I kind of sort of went into that kind of that area for my niche.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I've been the last sort of few months, just trying to sort of build on that niche a little bit more.
Cool. Okay. And so in terms of, I guess, the journey of going from the, sort of general space, as you mentioned to niching down, how powerful have you found it? How beneficial have you found it to be?
Yeah, it's definitely beneficial. I guess people kind of see you more as the expert. So if they feel like you're the person who kind of has that experience or that kind of skill, and you're the person that can solve the problem, then they'll feel more comfortable, obviously, going with you. So if you can kind of be really specific, I guess, with what you with your approach and what you offer, then people, I've just found that they really sort of come through a lot easier and trusting with when they have somebody like that.
Beautiful. Cool. All right. Mate, appreciate that. In terms of, I guess, I know when we first spoke, you had, like you said, you've been trying to go online for a little while. I think you had a handful of clients, or you've had a handful of clients.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Cool. And I think from memory, what would you say was your main reason for reaching out, your main problem in the online space?
Just, I guess, getting to the point where I was making a really small amount of money each week. There was no consistency. There was no way that I could see with really scaling. Even with a small number of clients, just the processes in place, everything seemed to take a lot of time. And I just thought, I just started searching. I needed to find some more knowledge. So I needed some help sort of getting those things in place. And since I've kind of applied these changes, it's been great. Everything's sort of a lot smoother now. It's been pretty good. The last sort of 5 or 6 weeks my income's definitely sort of gone up, and the processes are a lot more defined, a lot easier to follow.
Cool. Okay. And I know you have had a fair bit of success with the free client getting strategies, the free client getting tactics, techniques. Could you maybe, I don't know, for anyone that's listening into this and doesn't have the budgets to maybe start straight into Facebook or Instagram advertising, what have you been doing that's been getting results, and what would you recommend?
Yeah, so for me, for my niche, being with people with digestive issues, I guess, and wanting to kind of get into fitness, for me it was like joining groups on Facebook, which was the best method, and also liking pages that to do with my niche, and then just reaching out and trying to connect with people who I think would be an ideal client, who I think I can help, and then just building relationships like that, bringing them into to my closed group, providing a lot of value, not asking. I never ever ask somebody just straight up to buy my services. I just keep providing value, and I let them sort of naturally come to me and ask me about my services, and that's just the way I've done things. So I'll keep providing value until somebody wants to potentially ask about my services, and then we go from there. And I've had a bit of success with that. I had 4 people in just over a week, which I thought was and this was sort of high paying clients as well. So it was pretty for that week with this strategy, it worked pretty well.
Phenomenal, mate. And I guess just resonating what you've just said there is, you define your niche, you define, as I always talk about, define your mountain, and then build your authority, build your perceived value, and be at the top of that mountain, be the king or queen of that mountain, and then as a result, people will come to the place where they're looking for that solution and be attracted towards you, and as you mentioned, in essence, kind of chase you down rather than you having to reach out to them or chase them down. I know you've had heaps of success with the sniping activities, those techniques, which is awesome. If anyone's watching this and they haven't seen our free video on the sniping techniques, reach out, PM me, I'll send you those. But I guess, Josh, you also mentioned that you in the early stages, I'm not sure if you're still doing it, you did some stuff where you were incentivizing some clients to put out information or their results about the programs, and that seemed to help with the word of mouth. What did you do there?
Yeah, so I give potential clients the option to have a slightly cheaper by $10 a week option to be an ambassador, and it's basically a way that it raises awareness about health and fitness in general, and also about the program. And so they'll just do one post each week on social media, just showing their results or talking about how they're going on the program. And that's all they have to do. It's just a one post a week sort of thing. Every client that I've taken on since I've started the ambassador program has been happy to do it. I've never come across anyone who's like not wanting to do it. And it's just $10 cheaper each week, and it's just about raising awareness, and it's all about trying to reach out and helping other people, and this is a way of doing that, I guess, raising awareness for health and fitness in general. So
beautiful, mate. And I know when we first talked about it, absolutely loved the idea. I think it's such a fantastic technique, and something that I recommend on to a lot of people. And it really just comes back to having that right mind frame of you're doing it for the right reasons, getting the word out there, wanting to help people, and not having that abundance mentality, not going, but I don't want to give away $10 a week because what happens if I can't get another client or whatever it might be. And by giving that small bit away, what you do, and having that abundance mentality, what you're actually doing is you're investing in the growth of your business. You're investing in incentivizing the word of mouth and your proof, which is so important and so powerful in the online world. So hats off to you on that and taking that leap of faith in that step. And I know a lot of people, when you first talk about that sort of stuff, and if they go from having issues, whether they're face-to-face or online, scared about trying to get new clients, not having a lot of success finding new clients, it is a bit of a mental shift to go from scarcity and being afraid of not getting new clients to abundance and knowing that, hey, if I give a little bit out there, it's going to come back because I can consistently generate new clients and all that sort of stuff. And so it definitely is a mental shift. And like I said, mate, hats off to yourself. And that's going to, that $10 that you are giving away per week, it's going to pay you back in absolute multiples in time to come. So I guess pretty much from yourself, mate, is there anything else we haven't covered off today? Any other tips or tricks that you would recommend either to someone looking to get online or someone starting online and having a bit of struggles on growing and getting new clients?
I would just say make sure you've got that sort of that niche down pat. Find that area that's sort of unique to you, and it's going to be different for everybody, and it's not kind of easy, I guess. If you come from a generalist type background like I was, it's a process that you sort of need to go through, and there's always something, if you're a personal trainer, there's always going to be some kind of area that is specific to you, and that you and it might not be easy to see at the beginning, but just if you kind of go through that process, I would just recommend really trying to nail down that niche. And it might change, in the beginning. It's not always just a rock solid type thing where you kind of know straight away. So just kind of identifying that and working on that sort of things.
Yeah, mate, that's pretty solid advice there. And pretty much every, if you are listening to this and you're thinking, oh God, but I'm not an expert or I'm not a specialist in anything, just like Josh was mentioning, when you are face-to-face, hopefully you take comfort in that probably 95% of personal trainers that I speak to, when you are face-to-face, you do have to be a generalist because you have to be able to take everyone that walks in, or you only can be selective of the people in your local area. So you have to be a generalist. And that being said, everyone has an area where they know a little bit more knowledge or have a little bit more skill set around. And, take Josh's, for example, that's absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't need to be this, spaceship of a niche that's so complicated and so niche that there's only 2 people in the world that could ever need that. So don't see it being scary. There are some really simple exercises that we take everyone through in our program that help tease that out and make you find your ideal one. But just like, I guess you were saying, Josh, it does take time, takes a bit of energy, but once you do it, that's kind of where everything sort of flows on from thereafter. But anyways, mate, I appreciate that. In terms of, wrapping up, any one-liners of wisdom? I always throw this out to everyone, and it does throw a few people off, but any one-liners of wisdom to finish up?
Just sort of stay strong in the beginning, and have take it as a journey, and not a quick sort of thing, and you'll get there. Just keep pushing in the beginning, because things get easier as the journey progresses.
Fantastic. Appreciate your time, Josh. And mate, once again, hats off for your success. 4 clients in a week. And that's phenomenal. A real credit to yourself. And you're doing the work, you're focused, you're focusing on the right things, and as a result, you're getting the results. So I appreciate your time, mate. I know you've got a very busy schedule, and I know everyone listening to this is probably taking heaps from it as well. So once again, appreciate your time, mate. And no doubt we'll be speaking soon.
Definitely.
Everyone else, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Sounds good. Thanks, mate. Bye.